Where is the line? Because if you do nothing, that forest above Queenstown will be on the next ridge, and then the next ridge, and then it'll be in Wanaka, and then it'll be through the national park, then it'll be joining up with the Mackenzie country. There's nothing stopping it unless we step in and try and control it.
We returned to Arrowtown in 2012, and I looked up the hills and I saw all these wilding pines, and I really didn't have an interest at that time, but I looked up and I said, well, these aren't native. And so I started asking questions and ended up connecting with Ben and got a real sense of the problem.
So the wider environmental effects is across a range of factors: water, biodiversity, fire risk. The most important thing to do with regeneration work is to first deal with your weeds. And in our case, wildings are the biggest weed that we have to deal with. And you can't start putting trees back until you've dealt with the wilding threat, because some of the wildings are so fast growing, they'll just smother all your hard work.
So then we just started it, with the Arrowtown choppers. We created a little group Thursday nights and started chopping down wilding pines.
The Whakatipu is a really good example, as we've pulled it back considerably. Had we not done the work that we've done in the last 5 years, people would be skiing into trees in Cardrona.
The wilding pines were completely getting out of control across the front faces of Coronet Peak and moving into the backcountry. And without the WCG, we would not have been able to finance the control work that was required.
The outback areas, you only got to go up there and it's an eye-opener.
A lot of great work has been done by the group, especially over the last few years. Some of it's really visible, but some of it isn't so visible. Like if you look at the faces of Cecil Peak, you wouldn't know how many trees had been removed from there.
Cecil Peak would have been largely going green today, like Bob's Peak. Is that what we want, a bland green carpet? I think the answer's obvious.
We can get on top of this problem. It's a combination of money and effort. And with the funding that the government gave in the last couple of years around COVID, that really helps, because once you start dealing with the seed sources, you actually start getting on top of the problem, and meaning that in the future you're not going to have as much money and work that you need to spend. However, if we don't have the money and we don't have the effort, then all of a sudden you start going backwards really fast.
The war on wildings is definitely winnable. It is a pest that is easily identifiable, and easily identifiable before it seeds. So you can get on top of this.
We're planting the native garden by cutting this out, just like that.